Hello everyone. My name is Collins Mwangi, founder and CEO, MemeyAI Group Ecosystem. I'm a startup builder, and most importantly, I'm someone who is deeply passionate about solving real problems for local business and also creating jobs for our people. I'm happy today to be sharing with you why Africa needs to build camels and not unicorns. So today I want to talk about a mindset shift that should desperately be looked at and why Africa needs this. So why should we focus on building camels instead of unicorns? So now, when people hear of unicorns, they think of the billion-dollar startups, fast-growing, big funding rounds, headlines, hypes, whatnot, you name it. So now, unicorns are really exciting. However, Silicon Valley has really made them a sort of like a gold standard. But the truth is, the model was not built for Africa, and either way, it's not built for Africans. So Africa is not the Silicon Valley. Our problems are different. Our markets behave very, very differently. Our opportunities are deeply local. And that is why we need camels, not unicorns. Once we see the contrast and we see this, we are able to look at what should we be building, what is our market, how do we even distribute, what are our distribution channel. So what do I mean by camels? Camels are startups built for survival. They are silent, they are resilient, they can go for long distance without external funding, they adapt to harsh environments, they are patient, resourceful, and sustainable. And by the way, most of them are bootstrapped. Unlike unicorns, camels are not chasing hype, they are solving the real problems. And Africa does not have a shortage of problems. Actually, neither do we have a shortage of talents. We just need to put the right energy in the right places. So the problem with unicorn mentality, too many African founders are building for validation, not for impact. We go to really pitch for foreign investors. We also design solutions for global markets before looking at what is it we have back at home and what's the local problem to be solved. We chase scale before sustainability. How do you even scale a business before you become sustainable? And what happens after that? We burn out. The burn rate becomes so high, we run out of funding, and by the way, chances are you had even just done Series A, B, C, somewhere there, or bootstrapping, or seed capital, and at the end of the day, we just collapse. So why do we skip all these fundamentals when we would have checked things right and be able to build the right camels? So a lot of startups are here solving problems that do not exist, or even worse, problems that do not matter to everyday people's problems. So I'm gonna be honest, a farmer in Nyeri doesn't care about your AI dashboard, and if it doesn't help them to sell their produce. A small shop owner in Gikomba wouldn't care about your app if it doesn't increase their daily sales. So I see a lot of young founders. Most of the guys I meet here, they are really working towards creating nice dashboards, the best UI, UX, you would name them. And the worst thing is, no one is consuming their problems, so their products, instead of them focusing on the problem. And this is the problem that most African founders have, especially those who are building for unicorns. So if you remove the unicorn mentality and put a camel mentality, trust me, you're gonna build something nice. So Africa doesn't need more cool ideas, quote unquote. Africa needs solutions that work and solutions that are solving people's real problems. So when we look at the unicorn mentality and we differentiate with the camel mentality, one of the things we see is Africa needs solutions that are working for people. They are pro people, built by the same people, not people from the other side of town. So building camels means you're building for reality. So I'm gonna boast kidogo. At MemeyAI, we are quite cautious, especially when we build for local ecosystems. So we are solving problems for local businesses, and we're also helping young people to sort of make money because they are working for products that are for the local businesses. So we're also creating systems that actually work within our environments, because impact is not measured by valuation, it's measured by the life changed. And in this case, how many people you're having on board, what's the retention rate or the churn rate. And I would want to say I kind of position MemeyAI ecosystem truly as a camel, and it's because I understand the environment, because it would ask, what can I build with what I have? How do I make money early? How do I survive without constant funding? How do I create jobs, not headlines? Oh, and by the way, you should even know, MemeyAI is fully bootstrapped, no funding, no nothing or whatsoever in that regards in funding. So how do we achieve all this? By removing the unicorn mentality. So when we think through that, it becomes so easy for us to even look at the African advantage. So here's the exciting part. Africa actually has an advantage in building camels. You'd ask why? Because we already have the resilience. We innovate with very much limited resources. We adapt so quickly. We are quick to understand the hustle. I mean, just the other day I was having a conversation with someone was telling me, if a Kenyan goes to the UK today, trust me, you Collins, they're gonna come, so much ahead, because these are guys who understand the hustle. And I would also say our informal economy is one of the largest in the world. So meaning the GDP is gonna be up. Our youths are so creative, so hungry, and so self-driven. So you give a Kenyan a job and see how much they're gonna do. But we've seen conditions to think success looks like Silicon Valley. And that's what the media sells to us, where we think because PayPal, Tesla is working out there, it should also work here. But that's not the problem where we are at. Our problems are at M-Pesa level, banking level, not the PayPal kind of thing, Success in Africa looks like a small business growing sustainably, a startup employing 50 people consistently, a platform helping 1,000 people to earn, a solution that works even with low internet and low capital. That's what you'd call a camel, and that's what you'd be, quote unquote, looking for when you talk about camels. So job creation is yet another thing that comes with camels. So let's talk about something critical, which is creating jobs. Africa's biggest challenge is unemployment. And it's not that we don't have avenues to create jobs, especially among young people. So the question is not how fast we can scale. The question should be how many jobs can we create? So I'm going to give an example. At MemeyAI, we've focused on monetizing creativity, turning memes into content, digital engagement, to turn these specific things into income generating opportunities. So because when one young person earns, a family is surviving. When 1,000 earns, an economy is growing. Unicorns would focus on validations. Camels would focus on livelihood. So Africa right now needs livelihoods, not validations. So sustainability over hype, it's quite another thing out here. Another key thing that we keep forgetting is sustainability. A camel startup doesn't depend on endless funding. I mean, you give a camel startup some funding, see them grow, and they won't come back to pitch you investors. So a camel would be constantly building revenue early. It will also it has also been understanding its customer so deeply and creating relationship with them, and it's constantly growing steadily, unlike what you've been having. Because funding is not a business model. Let me just say that again to put more emphasis. Dear founder, funding is not a business model. Too many startups raise money before they understand their customers. And when the money runs out, the business dies. Camels just don't die. They're built to last. Think of that camel in the desert out there. When it is in a place where there is a lot of water, it gets enough water to last it through the desert. So if you're a founder out there and you're listening to this, I really want to challenge you. Stop thinking the unicorn direction. Stop chasing the unicorn status. Start building something real. Ask yourself 4 questions I keep asking myself every other time. Who am I helping? What's the problem am I solving? Can this survive without external funding? Can this create jobs? If you're able to answer those 4, again, I'm gonna stress on them. Who am I helping? What's the problem am I solving? Can this survive without external funding? Can this create jobs? Trust me, you are building a unicorn. So because the real opportunity lies within those questions. So no copying models from abroad, but building solutions for our own people. So I just want to share my thoughts on investors and ecosystem builders. So To the investors, partners, and ecosystem builders, we need to change the way we reward. Don't just fund ideas because they look so global, or quote unquote the founder has a degree from Harvard and many MSc and PhDs and whatnot. Oh my God, that's where most of us go wrong. Let's fund solutions that are working locally. Let's look at the ones that are not only looking to scale, but also sustainability is there. Let's not chase the next billion-dollar company. Support companies that are feeding local communities and the local people, because in Africa, impact and profitability can go hand in hand, but only we reward because of how global it sounds, we're gonna be losing the game. And so I'm gonna share my thoughts. Africa does not need unicorns. We need builders. We need problem solvers. We need resilient systems. We need camels, because camels will survive, camels will adapt, camels will carry communities forward. And I want to re-emphasize again once more from the camel sort of animal, and how I gave the example. When you look at the animal and you look at where it stays, the habitat, it's in the desert, and you can see the resilience out of it. So dear founder out there, keep building, build a camel, stop building unicorns. Stop the unicorn mentality. You're not in Silicon Savannah, you're in Africa. Build something that local people would enjoy, and it would solve their problem. Thank you once again. Yours favorite startup founder, Mr. Collins. Bye bye. See you at MemeyAI Group Ecosystem. Bye.